children from all places, with all kinds of faces, together into a sailing ship. There were 40 boys and girls. They would sail their ship around the globe, so they called it the United World. The ship was just 3 weeks from shore when a hurricane bore it down. The waves were big as mountains. They felt they would surely drown. They jumped into the lifeboats, rowed away from the wreck. They didn't count them, they hadn't time. 5 children were left behind. The children fought the storm all night and finally fell asleep. They didn't realize the ship had been blown across a reef into the lost islands. But hiding in the bushes was a watchful pair of eyes, and living in the valley were people lost in time, ruled over by a tyrant whose face was in a mask. The children must defeat him so they can escape at last from the lost islands. The lost islands.
Wonder where they're going, and what's in those barrels.
Let's find out.
I didn't know we had these, look.
What is it, Mark?
Walkie-talkies, brand new by the look of it. It's an incredible piece of luck. It was in the cabin the first officer used, in one of the lockers.
What is a walkie-talkie?
Something I feel is going to come in very handy. Look! The sails from the United World. That must be the secret store cave Jeremiah keeps talking about. Apart from the queue and a handful of men, no one's supposed to know about it. They're leaving. I'd really like to know what's in there. Let's find out. It's our sails, all right.
We'll never carry these.
Oh, they're bulky more than anything. We'll take what we can and hide the rest. Keep watch, Tony. It's gunpowder.
What? All these barrels?
Yeah. Of course. How else would they fire those old muskets?
They couldn't have kept this stored on the island for 200 years, though.
They must make it on the island. I wonder where and how.
Dave, can we go? Getting nervous.
Right.
Say, that's really terrific. Now that we've got our sails back, we can seriously think about escaping from this place.
Yeah, before they capture us. You know the Q wants to kill us all.
It's not that simple, though, even with the sails. We've still got the problem of getting over the reef with a ship this size.
What we really need is a storm like the one that blew us over the reef to begin with.
Yeah.
There must be a way. Well, you're the brain, David. Haven't you any ideas?
There's got to be a way. There just has to be one.
See what Mark found?
Hey, a walkie-talkie.
Never been used, in fact.
It's a 2-channel transceiver.
Works on a radius of about a mile.
That's great.
The width of the island. Just a little more than the distance from here To the Q village.
It'd be a good way to keep in contact with the Queens if we have to.
It would, yeah.
Why didn't I think of it? The gunpowder. Back in the cave. If we got some, we could blow a gap in the reef big enough to sail the boat through.
Do you reckon?
Yes, David.
Of course.
How would you do it?
We could use a drum. One of those drums we've got the diesel oil in. Fill it with gunpowder and use it like a depth charge.
But how would you set it off?
With a sort of a fuse. A long fuse.
But it'd be underwater.
That's right.
You think of something. If there's a chance it can get us away from here and back to civilization, it's worth trying.
So let's get the gunpowder.
When?
Now, you and I can go and get it, and Dave can stay here and work on a way to keep the fuse alight underwater.
They might have come back there and discovered the sails are missing.
There's only one way to find out.
Guess so.
Tony, can you remember the way?
Hang on, my map of the island. What we know, but it's a bit rough, but not to worry.
It'll give us an idea. And I'll get the walkie-talkie. We can try it out on the way.
Yeah,
And I'll go and round up one of the ponies. We can use it to carry back the gunpowder.
great idea. I'll take the map with us and chart it on the way, so any of us will be able to find it in the future.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
Hiya, Fred.
I don't know how you can joke about it. It always gives me the creeps.
Listen, if it wasn't for Fred here in this whole swamp, we wouldn't have a safe place to hide in this island. Someone comes along, they see him, and it reminds them of all the quicksand round here, and all the stories about the evil spirits of the dead. Keep up the good work, pal. Hang on. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Yes, Tony, we can hear you.
They can hear us.
Of course they can hear you. Come on. Come on.
Gotta go, see you later. Over and out. We'll have to leave the horse here. We can't take it any closer to the cove.
I've never been in this part of the island before.
Come on.
Stay there, old girl.
There's enough to blow up the whole island.
Where do they get it all from?
Dave reckons they make it here on Tamboo. It's pretty easy once you know how. He's a pretty clever fellow, that old Q.
He may keep his people in ignorance, but he's certainly no fool.
And there's no fool like a 200-year-old fool.
Will this cave door be open?
It's too late. Quick, hide, back there.
The sacks? They're gone.
Strangers, do you think?
Who else? After them!
They're more than likely to be clear away by now. Must be the very devils to have discovered this place. And how do we report this bit of piracy to the Prime Minister? He'll have the skins off our backs if we don't apprehend those young robbers and with their swag.
Be anything else taken?
Hey, I have a nose for sensing when something has been disturbed. It was the sacks they was after.
In a right fix if they were to get their hands on these barrels.
I don't understand what use they'd have had for 'em. The sails, seeing as how they haven't got a ship, seeing as how it was sunk in the lagoon that time.
We'd must be after them as well.
Aye, wait.